Welcome, Scorpio. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Virgo solar eclipse reading. Second new moon in Virgo, really emphasizing our discrimination, our ability to sort, to reorient, to restructure our lives so that they are more efficient, more productive, and more focused on our service. Our service for many of us is our gifts, and these are gifts that we feel compelled to share with the larger world. The Strength card is emphasizing the tremendous amount of strength that you are pulling into you in order to utilize the many experiences that you've had over a long period of time. You're working at reintegrating these into the meaning of your own life and efforts so that you can distill these into your creative works, your efforts, and you can persevere at the level of your maturation, experience, and a will to help others. So an interesting thing keeps coming through this card, that you have been consistent in finding service throughout your life. This has been a draw to you in any circumstances you've been in, that you have looked for a way to help others. No matter what your circumstances, you've recognized that it isn't about having a lot of economic means to be of service to others. You understand that helping others is about being part of a community, and you value that. Underneath the deck, we have the Fool card. Beautiful Fool card. And in this particular moment, I'm sensing that this new exploration is more about the integration of the variety of experiences you've had. So rather than your curiosity about the world outside of you, for those I'm reading to, I believe you are satisfying that. You've learned a variety of ways to satisfy your need to explore the world around you, to be inspired by things that are not necessarily of your own experience. But in this particular moment, I do feel that you're integrating within you as a way of putting something out, presenting something to others, crafting something that you share as part of a tool, as part of a summary perhaps of your profound experiences. And this is risky in as much as the ability, your world has been quite diverse, and distilling this into the essential elements that comprise something that you are restructuring. This can be a practice of some sort, as well as a literal, tangible service that you offer in the practical world, is part of this opening up to a new level of experience and opening up self, a re-exploration of your own vulnerability, but you're doing this in a way that is protected on your own terms. So it's almost like a definitely is about a beginning, but it's about reevaluating and resorting, restructuring, reframing experience you've had, and this willingness and compulsion to persevere. And let's first get a crystal oracle. I pulled the Ancient Wisdom crystal, and of course the keywords are ancient wisdom. I'm an expression of the powerful ancient wisdom of my soul. It guides me through life. This absolutely feels like a deep connection for many of you. The Strength card is that part of you that is experiencing some beneficial karma as the result of your ability to persevere. This perseverance is something that has been inherited. It's genetic. It's part of your DNA. And that is what has been the seed of your experiences, your explorations, your discoveries in the larger external world. And this is a time when you are speaking to these ancestors again. You are reacquainting yourself with those energies that set you out on the exploration you began some time ago. And they're assisting you in understanding how you're putting together this offering, this gift, I feel, that you are formulating. In the 10th house, the way others see you, the way you identify yourself with the world, the Eight of Pentacles is very clear. You work tirelessly, consistently, with discipline in refashioning, improving upon all the pieces of your offering, all the pieces of your skills, all your skills. You're preparing them for this opportunity that you anticipate. This is about success in crafting something and the devotion of that craft, becoming a kind of meditation in and of itself. So this is linked directly with the way that you see yourself, understanding yourself better in a way to serve better, to realize that on practical terms. In the first house, the Three of Wands is talking about the work that you're doing to set up your practice in a way that orients you towards the needs of your community rather than simply your own needs. So you're preparing something that is going to support the needs of others. You recognize that you know who you are, you know what your gifts are. You're clear and solid in that expression, and you have been planning, and you have a proposal, a soul's proposal around the way you want to use these energies, but you're turning that energy towards putting that together with others in your community, setting that up in a way that allows you to collaborate and direct your energies towards unfamiliar communities and places. In the fourth house, the house of your soul, your home, your foundation, the Ace of Wands is the beautiful beginning. And I can't help but recontemplate the Fool with this energy. This is really, I do believe, again, a confirmation that you are restructuring and reformulating your own gift, your own offering. This is your spirit, your expression, almost repackaging this in a way through new inspirational works, through the way that you're exploring your inner abilities to articulate the experiences you've had in the world. And it also feels as though you are in some kind of active interaction with family, and through those family members or relationships of your conditioning, you are reacquainting yourself with your ancestors at a new level. So your formulation within whatever that is of who your ancestors are and what they had to teach you is changing as you have changed. And you are coming back closer to home to re-explore your origin story and to rewrite that in a way that not only helps to clarify your experience in your own words, but it also helps to put that, re-engage your relationships, your family relationships, your siblings. This is irrespective of living or past. I feel you're an active relationship there and have many, many stories unfolding on new terms. In the seventh house, the house of your significant others, the Nine of Wands. Here you're showing me that you have worked very hard to maintain your creative voice, your effort, your offering with a variety of relationships that you understand can be partners in moving your expression in a practical way forward. Here I'm getting images of friends, teachers, colleagues, uh, associates that impact your world in a variety of ways that fortify your strength, your ability to move forward, your capacity. And this includes your physical capacity. The Nine of Wands can indicate the story of Chiron, the wounded warrior. And for those of you that don't know the story, if you've followed me for a while, you can look it up. It's easy to find. It's fascinating and highly relevant to our trauma-informed experience in the current contemporary age. This is the idea that we all have a seed of shame that we're working to exercise, and that healing of that shame, that guilt, that experience, that trauma is something that motivates us to become healers, to become teachers, to help others in our efforts to become more whole ourselves. If this reading resonates for you, Scorpio, please like this video, share this with others if you feel moved to do so, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I thank all of you who support me and so deeply appreciate that love in my desire to grow my channel. So thank you in advance. I'm going to clarify the Three of Wands in the first house with the Nine of Wands again, and the Two of Wands. It's interesting because I right away feel this strong sense of protection that you maintain around you. And it isn't a sense of keeping up walls to keep people out. It's more a sense of giving yourself parameters to rein in your natural ability to follow your North Star, to pursue the butterfly. I'm again inspired by many of the traditional illustrations of the Fool, where the Fool is so distracted by the butterfly that he veers towards the cliff. This is much more about your connection to the divine, that you have such a natural and instinctual way of being moved by beauty, by a natural experience, that you are understanding how important it is for you to rein yourself in, to provide structure for yourself so you don't flail all over the place and you don't expend needless energy, which you are very conservation aware of. This is about channeling and directing that powerful energy that is compulsively passionate within you. And you are working towards a plan, proposing that this plan can be your own daily schedule, which is greatly advisable, particularly with the sun in Virgo. It's also a way that you can factor in those outside influences, those friendships, those connections that you want to make in a way that's sustainable for you. Because I do feel a kind of the center does not hold feeling. I'm not sure what author said that, but the sense is that you could easily spiral. And in fact, it is the serious tone of the times that kind of keeps you weighted down. And we want to look at that seriousness as something positive, particularly with the sun in Virgo. This is what gives you the motivation to declutter, to clear out, so that you are not unnecessarily weighed down by tasks and detritus that is not useful and really gets in the way of your instinct to serve differently, to serve unfamiliar communities that may need your services in a way that you had not previously understood. In the fourth house, the Ace of Wands is clarified by the King of Wands and the Nine of Cups. Lovely, lovely energy. So you're coming out like a lion. This is confidence. This is your sense that the purpose of your life is to shine. The purpose of the projects that you are cooking up, that you are gesticulating or gestating, that's the word, are providing you with the platform, the opportunity to shine. The Nine of Cups is about the long process that you have engaged to recognize your value and the necessity of your contribution to the world. You understand that your voice is necessary precisely to the events, to the people of the world now, to your community. And you also respect the long journey that you've undergone to mine your gifts, to find what works for you, to be authentic. And that's a way that you feel that you have not only this opportunity to uplift others, to share what you've learned, but also this is something that is deeply satisfying to you. It's almost like you're gifting yourself with the joy that you experience in life, opportunities and avenues to share that with others. This perhaps feels like a side of you that you don't get to expose. My sense is that you perhaps feel a sense of anxiety about the state of your community, the world, your own particular affairs may feel somewhat out of control, but you understand that as you put things together in this new way, this new voice, that you are channeling this energy into a way where you finally recognize and share your value with others. In the seventh house, the Nine of Wands is clarified by the Seven of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. There's been a lot of resistance. I will not deny that in your relationships. I do believe that when we come from environments where we are conditioned to fill a role that is limited, that we often find an escape or we feel a direction, but that can mask an escape from the conditioning we experience. So we imagine relationships and uh, um, companions, connections that we believe we can serve, that we can help, that we can provide for. And this is the way in which you've learned to release the resistance you've experienced. Perhaps it was the ways in which you were not taken seriously or gave your power away to others, or internalize the kind of negative feedback that you received from others. So, and it also is this deep integration you're experiencing in your relationships. You're really balancing out what you learned, what you experienced, and what you are now creating. And this idea about integration, seeing your partners as mirrors, seeing yourself as seeking love when you gave love, or accepting something that was a reasonable facsimile of love when you knew that it wasn't really what you wanted. But you stayed content with that because you believed that's all you could have, or that's all you understood. And you're really looking at those experiences in a way that releases you from that obligation to use others to heal your wounds, or allow yourself to heal others, or believe that you can heal others in an unhealthy way. In the 10th house, the Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune and the Strength card again. This is beautiful. Yeah, you're now operating on a much larger social field. And it is not to be the irony of this way in which you're internalizing and resorting, ingesting and channeling all these experiences is precisely for the reason of investing in a better world, contributing to a better world through your actions, through your gifts, through your ability to articulate that better world, to identify those values that are common to all, so that those can be worked with, can be accepted as a common foundation. So this is the values, the principles that you know belong and are a part of all healthy culture, all healthy communities. And this is what you want to lift up as you open up your arms to the vastly new ways that we can communicate in real time with people anywhere in the world, anywhere on the planet, or in other solar systems for that matter. You are not confined or limited. And you understand that your positive karma, this perseverance of your own story, understanding your own story, speaking your own truth, pursuing your justice, is the story that you have to tell, is the healing that you require. I'm going to finish up this reading, Scorpio, with the soul's journey. And we have freedom. And freedom, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Wow. I love this. There's so many cards here that are echoing this beautiful sentiment, breaking free. And let's not forget the Fool card. But you are comfortable in change. You are so accustomed to change. You have pursued change for the better for so long that you are in a place of your own comfort zone. And this puts you slightly ahead of the curve as we move into a time when we are looking to find security in the unpredictable. I'll leave you with that. If you enjoy this content, check out more content here. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. Until next time, Scorpio, namaste.